Thursday night and I'm at the Justice Museum in Nottingham for the Territory. It's part of the Notts Tweed Job, so I will take you around with me.
You're allowed to take drinks into the courtroom, but not beyond that. So you'll have about there's enough spirits here already. We don't need any more. So you'll have about 10 minutes in the courtroom to get that down you. All right. So anyone who's ready, let's start heading this way.
What we tell you is true facts, and if you want to believe the ghost of the conflicts, that is entirely up to you and what you feel when you're in here. But the criminal courtroom that you're sat in at the moment is not the first that we've had by any means. In fact, we've had 3 in total. And some people have said that this site is cursed by nature because something bad has always happened to the buildings that come onto it. The first one was built about 700 years ago. And the courts then were very different. It was just a very long table with benches on either side and people argued. That's the way things were settled. And eventually someone would be better at arguing and that's the way it was. Now, when that happened, it was working fairly well for a few hundred years, but then where you're sitting, all of that side of the courtroom collapsed. And everybody sitting there fell through into the dungeons that now lie beneath your feet. And the judge was not best impressed with that. Instead, he started to shout out words like a plot, because he thought somebody was trying to kill him. But unfortunately, he couldn't sue anybody for wood rot, because that's all it was. A very poorly structured building that hadn't been looked after very well. So he said you need to give me £2,000 as a sorry for what you've done, compensation for the people involved, because one man hurt himself so badly that he had a piece of bone sticking out the bottom of his leg. And the people downstairs, obviously there were people imprisoned in the dungeons below, they weren't particularly happy that all the rooms had fell in, they had nowhere to be. So we said no. Can't afford to give you £2,000, it's far too much money. So the place went into disrepair.
Now a bit of context for where you are at the moment. Now upstairs we were just discussing the gibbet and saying it's a big human cage that you get chucked in and it gets covered in tar and you're left there for 6 to 7 years at most. Not very nice as a punishment really. And was just saying the downfalls of a punishment because who here would think, hands up, I can't see it anyway, but we'll see what we can do here. Who thinks here that seeing someone die in a very painful way would put you off doing crime yourself? Yeah. Well, I asked for hands up, but no? Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, beautiful, lovely. Right.
I encourage you.
Thank you for your input. But you're all wrong. No. It doesn't do anything. Hangings, people would pickpocket, gibbets. People, well, if you think about it today, if you saw a gibbet in the street, I can guarantee you at least 3 teenagers would be taking selfies with it, because that's what people do. And the thing is you'd think that these things put people off, and you'd think that awful conditions in prison would do the same, and it didn't. This place was incredibly overcrowded. In fact, in this cell that you're about to get locked inside of, and there is no option with this, you're going in, when you go inside, we have managed to fit about 30 people in here in total. Primary school children is about 45, so that's quite impressive really. But when you're in there you'll notice there is a very much a lack of anything, light especially, but that's no surprise on this tour, there's no light anywhere, is there? But you've got no light, you've got no toilet, no bed, nowhere to ask for help even, there's no window. So when you go in there, just have a think about what it would be like. I'm not going to tell you the story before you go in because you won't go in at all. So off you go. When I mentioned hair pulling, I have had my hair pulled very, very hard. I have been pushed downstairs before. So I will not be going down there with you. You're on your own. Now, one of the stories about this corridor here, in terms of leading to the women's cell, is it is up a very dark set of stairs and they lead downwards. Many and many people, including the staff working here, will tell you that when they work in the laundry area, they will see and hear footsteps coming down the steps, as if someone's coming to visit them. Nobody shows up. When they're down there, things move around, things are thrown across the room. It's not a nice spirit that is down there if there is anything in there. Now, when I was down there, like I say, I had my hair pulled and I was pushed down into the dungeon area. I don't want anyone going down those stairs at all. So when you do go and have a look, please come straight back up to this area where we are now. If you get lost, you're on your own. You're locked until the morning, frankly, so I'm not coming after you. It's not worth the risk. So there you go. Now,
really cheerful, isn't it?
it's
The spirits of bunking. Doors back around section more than Steve ever could. Put that away. I don't want to get pushed by her. Generally, I can't see the steps.
Oh, there's more down here. Are you coming down here?
My eyes!
We get down these ones.
She's brave. Look back, your kids on the lights.
Either.
Yeah, the dungeon steps that she got pushed down.
Yeah, that's where the zombies are.
That's why she said that she was going. So he's going.
Yeah, back up. Be careful! Or not. We'll remember him. Good person. Yeah, who's that? Who is that?
Really?
It goes down and we can go down further.
It's not very nice, but that's the thing you should have done a head count before you went down, shouldn't we?
Yeah, you should have done.
So now it's just kind of guessing if it looks about right.
Yeah, because we're not going to go down there to check.
No. Hopefully Becky will find them when she locks it up. If not,
The question is, do they come back with their heads?
we will. We'll find out. Lots of them. To be fair, I'm in tomorrow anyway, so if anyone is still in here crying on the floor, then I'll find you in the morning.
There's a bed down there.
Yeah, there's a bed.
So nice.
They're comfy.
Not really.
It's a bit wooden.
A bed and plenty of company by the sound of it.
Yeah.
So then, stories about the laundry. They're not really ghost stories in terms of I don't like to cheapen it because I don't feel comfortable doing it. I don't really enjoy doing any stories that involve ghosts about the laundry because the history behind it is frankly really serious and it's not okay what happened in there. There was a lot of really, really serious stuff and it manifests very far forward in the fact that we do have loads of members of staff that have had things happen to them down there. And it's really, really awful history, frankly. So in the women's cell, there were loads of people that were kept in there later Victorian times that were done for infanticide, so the murder of their own children. Right, so executions. In terms of this yard, this gallows is wrongly placed. We didn't hang anybody on this spot exactly, but people were hanged in the building. One man, which was Thomas Gray, which I heard about upstairs, the man that didn't really get to grips with his wife-to-be, so he decided to kill him instead. That was him. So he was done in the courtyard that you'll be walking through in a moment's time. Here, this is a demonstration, really, of a Georgian execution. Now, Georgian executions, as you can see, it pretty much tells itself. It's a short drop. So what it does is it means that you have the noose put around your neck, and what they call it is turning off a prisoner. Beneath your feet is the first thing. If you are executed on the front steps here, or in private, if you were Thomas Gray, then they are buried under here, somewhere. We don't know whereabouts they are. All we do know is that we found some of the plaques that were left behind. Now, these people, murderers, are not allowed a proper burial. They will not go to St Mary's Church or any churchyard. So they have to be buried here. And what they would do with the bodies is dissolve them first in quicklime in the pits, and then they would put the remains in this, in the bones down here. Now, as I said, the surgeons did dissections and things upstairs, so there would be, miscellaneous body parts probably under here as well. We do have a lot of objects kept in the stores at this prison that are in the courtyard that are really, really unnerving actually. Because obviously we have a lot of stuff from prison service collections, we have a lot of stuff from policing collections, one of which is the Brides in the Bath case. Has anyone ever heard of it? Brides in the Bath. Some of you may have done, some of you may have not. It was a case by Bernard Spilsbury. He investigated it, and it was a man that was killing a load of brides that he married off for their insurance payouts, and the way he would do it was by putting them in a bathtub. He would lift up their legs and they would drown, but they would leave no evidence. So he managed to get to about 5 wives in total. We actually have that bathtub that he used as the murder weapon in our stores upstairs. It is horrific.
So we're on our way back from the Knots Tweet Up, which was at the Justice Museum.
National Justice Museum.
National Justice Museum.
And I'm the one that's been drinking stone so cold sober.
Say that again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and we did the terror tour. So I wasn't particularly frightened. It was dark, but what did you think to it?
Yeah, Tanya was put in a cell with loads of other people and closed the door, and it was absolutely pitch black in there. I couldn't get in with my wheelchair, so they pushed me down a little like corridor and stopped me just before these stairs. And one of the tour guides said to me, "Be careful, there's some stairs behind you." And I thought she meant we're going down, but no, they led up and down into the women's laundry, which was one of the most horriblest places where a lot of deaths occurred down there of children and stuff. And I'm sat there and I felt somebody pull the back of my chair. When you've been in a wheelchair, you know if somebody's touching it, and it felt like somebody was just tugged it, not violently, but I could feel it starting moving backwards, and it wasn't rolling, so, you know. So I put my hand on the wheel to stop me going backwards and tried to push it forward, and then I called Richard, who was pushing me, like, to come and get me. So it did scare me a little bit, to be honest. Yeah, a bit scary.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to be in there on my own. It's quite a creepy place, isn't it?
It's very creepy, and especially knowing what's happened there and how many people was hung there and died there.
When they tell you all about it. I mean, I went round on my own in the day, and obviously I didn't know what had happened in all the rooms.
Yeah.
But then when they do tell you it, it makes it more scary, I think.
It's well worth a visit if you've never been to it in Nottingham. You know, National Justice Museum. I mean, I've lived in Nottingham all my life and I've never been, and I wish I had now. But,
yeah.
But now we've been with Knots Tweed. Really interested to know what happened in Nottingham in the olden days, should I say?
When you were a boy.
Oh, thank you, Tom.
If you've enjoyed this video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and click on subscribe.